Hey everybody, it's Pixel, and today we're going to be making caramel apple cookies. And for that we're going to need about a cup of our freeze-dried apples, 1/4 of a cup of caramel cream, 2 eggs, a 1/2 a cup of caramel bites, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, a cup of butter, 2 3/4 cup of flour, a teaspoon of cinnamon and salt, and a 1/2 a teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/2 a cup of brown sugar, a whole cup of white sugar, and a 1/2 a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of baking powder. Well, this should be interesting and pretty tasty in my opinion, so you know the drill, let's go. Right, our first step is going to be to take that room temperature 2 sticks of butter, combine it with our brown and white sugar. And we're going to spend about 2 minutes whisking that all together, or combining all together, and I'll be right back. After 2 minutes of whisking that, we're going to want to add in our 2 eggs and once again incorporate them into our wet mixture. And last but not least, for our wet mixture, we will be adding in our vanilla and giving it another cycle of mixing it in together. Now, when it comes to our dry ingredients, we're going to put them in a separate bowl, and that'll be our flour, baking soda and baking powder, cinnamon, nutmeg, and salt. We'll be giving that a nice stir together before we combine it with our wet ingredients. Okay, with both of our bowls combined, we'll start adding in our dry to our wet in small intervals. And I'll be back when we have that all worked in with our mixture. Now we've mixed both our wet and dry almost completely together, and in the very middle section of it, we're going to be adding in our 1/4 cup of caramel sauce, which I'm probably going to need the help of my spatula to scoop out. So we'll be adding that in and the rest of our flour mixture, and I'll be right back. Okay, our batter is thoroughly combined, and we're going to be folding in our apple pieces. And after that, our caramel pieces are ready to put on our sheet pan. So we're going to take about 1/4 of each cup, put it on our parchment paper. I'll be right back when I'm done filling up these papers. Because our dough is some ooey gooey mess. Alright, our cookies are on their cookie trays, all ready to go into our oven at 350 for 10 to 12 minutes. And I did cut down on how much was coming out of our 1/4 cup, so I honestly just eyeballed it and made little lumps or balls to put into our oven. So, I'll see you guys in 12 minutes. Okay, our cookies took 2 batches to bake. They each were in for about 12 minutes, and they all came out amazing looking. Now, ours have been on a rack for probably a good half an hour before I decided to dive in, but now we get the taste. Well, these cookies ended up tasting a lot like apple pie. Honestly, I love these, though. I would definitely repeat these cookies. I think they turned out great. There was a suggestion we could drizzle some caramel over them, and maybe that would, soften up the tops a little or something, but it almost occurred to me there was already too much caramel in them as it was. But hey, there's always other times to try, right? So, if you like what you saw, wish you were to eat them, you know what to do. Leave me a comment, leave me a like, and I will see you in the next one.